To all of our local, regional, international viewers, thank you so much for choosing us. A very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Singh Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, absorb. Get your pen, get your paper, have your phone so you could store numbers. Perhaps take notes that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Hisham Costello, on behalf of our team, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a terrific Tuesday. Happy, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, the 28th of November, 2023. It's a day and time we'll never have the opportunity to ever have again in life. So let's make the best of it. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. Don't forget the essence and beauty of being together. Remember to be appreciative. Remember to say thank you. Remember to say I love you. Remember to say you matter, you make a difference in my life. These are very important things we don't take for granted. Let's quickly go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. And our quote says, a wise thought. A wise man once said, don't be afraid to start over again. This time, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. A very, very dear friend sent this to me this morning, and it says, and I want to read it again because it's really very true in whichever situation you may find yourself in life. It says, a wise man once said, don't be afraid to start over again. This time, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. And I'll add, you'll be smarter, you'll be wiser. Yeah? That came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. Remember to check them out. They've got the Mid-Center Mall. They're at the Mid-Center Mall in Chaguanas. They've got this wonderful flea market. It's going to be an experience of a lifetime, deals upon deals. Make your list, head on down, make it a family affair with your children. You know, they're going to be on vacation right after this this season of the test that they're doing. Safe and secure parking, and not forgetting the wonderful deals, steal of deals. So it's a win-win in everywhere. Make it a family affair. Head on down to Mid-Center Mall in Chaguanas. This, of course, is the Christmas flea market, and you could take advantage of all of the wonderful opportunities, the food, the play area for the children, and the great shopping. All right, so check them out today. This morning, my guest is a lady whom I've known for many, many, many years. I think even from the inception of my career. And I have a great love, respect, and admiration for her because she is a woman. I was saying to my director, she's a force to be reckoned with. And she certainly is the wind beneath many wings when it comes to allowing young people's dreams to blossom and come alive. Good morning and a warm, warm welcome to the ever beautiful, charming, charismatic Sita Prasad, journalist. I still consider you one of the leading journalists in this country because you were very instrumental in highlighting when it came to culture and arts. You were the lady that did it, all right? And of course, let's not forget the impact in terms of the arts in your writing, producing of local plays. Welcome, my dear friend.
Hi, Zelisa. It's always so very nice to be in your company.
Same here.
I always look forward to seeing you and talking with you. I'm so happy to be here.
Say here. Now today you're going to be talking to us about something dynamic that's happening on the 2nd. That's this Saturday at the Diwali Nagar main stage, is it? The Diwali Nagar.
It's the folk theatre stage.
In the folk theatre stage.
Yes.
That we are looking forward to it, Auntie. It's been hitting social media by storm because I first saw it on social media.
Yes.
And I said, wow, she's at it again. And I think it's important that we understand the dynamics and the meaning of supporting local plays, local artists, our sons and daughters. So, the Princess Town Theatre Workshop presents Sita Prasad's exciting drama, The Pardesia Ravi's Return. Yeah?
Yes.
And making 30 years in theatre, they're going to have lots to eat, lots to drink. This is happening this Saturday, December 2nd at 6:30 Diwali Nagar, Shagonas. Right. Now, let's make it a December to remember. I like this.
Yes, it's a nice ring to it.
But before we go into the play, I think for the benefit of our viewers, our audience, those here locally and internationally, and regionally as well, we understand who this dynamic star is. And Sita, you started from very humble beginnings.
Very humble beginnings. And I think, you know, that my childhood days, the way we were brought up in a home of, 12 children, and my parents who were gardeners and cane farmers, and we were very much into nature and very much into the lagoon lands and in the cane fields and so on. That was the beginning of so many things to happen as we go along in life, Yeah. It was very humble beginnings, and it was a time when, when you look back now, Zelisa, you realize that those are the strong, that was a strong platform in which you would have come to so many stories out of the Hindu philosophy.
Yes.
And Hinduism, and how many things that your parents would have, to pass time, would have this information that they would have given to you then, and what role it would play in your upbringing and in your growing years, and in you become mature, and the same philosophy that you can put into your writing. So yeah, the humble beginnings, I think it would have set the pace for so many of us in my age bracket, and back then when we didn't have cell phones and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a time when we looked to the books, and we looked to our parents who would tell us, who would get us all excited about all these stories from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata and all that, and we would live our lives like the heroes of these books. We would want to be as equal to these heroes, in these great books. And I guess, this is what would have molded us into being heroes in life.
You all, and I want to add that, you came, like you said, 12 of you all together. You all did exceptionally well, and you've blossomed into good citizens, whether you're here in Trinidad or who would have migrated, have done exceptionally well. Very cultured people, very down to earth.
But that's the word, cultured, yes.
Yeah,
yes, it's a different thing. Growing up back then, you're a different kind of person as to us, compared to a child being brought up today, in today's world,
Yeah.
Back then, the person you were then is completely different. You look now and you say, but, you're stunned at what is happening with young people, how they are scattered, how they fail to focus, and how many things how many things parents have to go through to.
And I think when we think of your parents being farmers, when we think of having to feed 12 children and to inculcate the right morals and values in 12 children, and to see how you all blossom, they certainly had the winning formula. And
would
it
say,
shows
yes.
You guys were not rich. You didn't have a lot, but what you had was that right upbringing, as I say, inculcating the right morals and values, molding you all, shaping you all to be good citizens that represent well, that made Trinidad and Tobago proud, not just your parents and yourselves and your siblings and your family, but the country at large.
Yes. Since I recall one thing, while my days as a journalist, the rain was pouring heavily one morning, and I reached to work, and my boss said, "Sita, you're here, but people who were living right in the neighborhood here, they are calling in to say that the rain is falling, and you're coming from way down in Princestown." So I look at my boss, this lady, and I'm saying to her, in the morning when I get up, I want to do my duty.
Yeah.
Whether it is pouring, whether there is a storm, whether it's what, my duty comes first. And therefore, I took the bus, and I'm in Port of Spain, ma'am.
It's your commitment.
So it is, see, this is how we look at our duty.
And it takes a different discipline, eh?
Yes.
It takes a different discipline within oneself.
Yes.
To not hold back, but to give your all and the best that you can in every situation. When did you realize within yourself, because we're talking two-seater Passat, when did you realize within yourself, I want to write? Now you said something that caught my attention earlier on, and that was by reading the Ramayana and reading the holy books. You didn't have a television, or you didn't have things, but in your brain, in your mind, though they became alive.
That's right.
That in itself was creating a whole theatre to allow these characters to come alive.
Very, very much so. Very much so. You would imagine how my father and my mother would describe these characters, and who they were, the son of King Dashrath, Lord Ram, or Lord Krishna playing the Basri. And you're not seeing that, but you're imagining that. Therefore, when I sit to write a play, to bring a character to life would not be so difficult for me, because it is built within me how that character is, who that character is, what is that character's message, how that character is being played. And therefore, many people would say, I don't know how you just come up with these plays,
Yeah.
But again,
no, I had a little taste, because I performed in one of your plays many, many years ago. And it was just a little thing that I did, but it really did something to me. And I remember looking at you and admiring how you would reach out to everyone, to polish everyone individually, to allow it to come together and blossom so nicely, well put together. And that was amazing to me. Your role. So it started as a child. You recognized you had the talent. It's something you wanted to do. So even in your years, 30 years of being a journalist and writing, the fact is you still had this burning desire over the years, and you did it flawlessly.
Yes.
Where you managed both.
Yes, yes, I think so. And the theatre, there was always a need to tell a story. You always feel like if something is missing.
Yeah.
How do I tell a story, Zelisa? How do I...
how you bring it alive.
Yeah, how do I...
But to make an impact.
Exactly, and especially the minds who are so drawn by the perfection, so to speak, in TikTok and on television, all these ZTV shows and everything else, people are drawn in so many directions. What am I going to say to these children that will hold their attention? And it is very simple, because the holy books, the characters are so larger than life, are so intense, and are so, spiritual, that it touch these children, and it gets their attention. And this is the whole idea. And when you see, even if I'm molding a character to go to do a play, that character understands what they are about, and they first must convince themselves before they could convince an audience.
Yeah.
And then you go before an audience and you have to convince an
have
audience.
That confidence within yourself.
And it takes a lot of work, eh?
Yeah.
You and I know this.
Yeah, I've seen you in action. I've seen you work individually, even with me, even to get my part. You know, to bring out that emotion, because I was a mother that was crying. You know, I remember clearly. When we return, Sita, we're going to first talk a little bit about, you know, all of the, in terms of you've been part of the Best Village, all of the competitions you've entered. And then I want, before we actually talk about this great play that's happening this Saturday at the Diwani Nagar, because we're going to talk a little more about that and why you should support it, why you should go and take your family. We are also going to talk about the impact of theatre, really, the arts on the youth and adults, and how it could right now in these times really be a solution to some of the problems that our youths are facing. Yeah?
Yes.
And we're going to discuss this when we return. Do continue to stay with us. Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we continue our conversation with journalist and playwright Sita Prasad when we return.
The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December. Over 400 merchants, toys, gift items, home decor, perfumes, t-shirt printing, and so much more. Daily live entertainment, fascinating snow show. Take pictures with Santa and check out their Facebook page for more information. The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December. Opening daily from 10 a.m.
Farm India Expo opposite Medford Gas Station, Shogunas will be closing on Monday, November 27. Final few days, bring on down the entire family. Multi-cuisine food court, arcade and so much more, all coming to an end. Farm India Expo closing on November 27th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Shogunas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm Zelisa in conversation with Sita Prasad. She's a journalist, past journalist, served this land for 30 years, and of course producer, and I would say she's an actress as well, doing exceptionally well, trying to promote local theatre, to ignite that flame, that dream within the youth of our land to grow, to excel, and allow their dreams to blossom. Welcome back. Sita, I know, and later on we're certainly going to be talking in detail about this wonderful play. I'm excited. I'm going to be there with my daughter.
Very good.
I think it's important
That's so nice.
to support local.
Yes.
I think it's important that I introduce this to my child to understand this is a form of art, of expression.
Yes.
And this is what we need to expose our children to.
Very much so.
Take the family, because it's going to be a beautiful family affair.
Yes.
So it's not just for a husband and a wife, or all of you at the office could get together and say, hey, we're going to have a nice Saturday together. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that. That's happening this Saturday, 6:30 at the Diwali Nagar. But I want to talk a little bit about the fact of the impact of theatre and arts when it comes to our youth and adults. And before we go there, perhaps you could let us know about some of your performances, what you've produced over the years, and awards you've received. You are not fly by night. You know.
Well, you know, spanning a period of 30 years, I would have, it might be about 40 to 43 awards in all that I would have collected, you know, from the various organizations, even, you know, Sunfest, the Vivekananda Society, the Princeton Regional Corporation, the MP for Princeton, the NCIC. A lot of people during the year, through the years would
because they recognize what you've done.
Yeah.
Now, awards are nice. It's nice to get that recognition. You feel that sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
Well, at least somebody acknowledges what I'm doing, and they choose to honor me, and they choose to show and that appreciation. But the fact is, in order to get a production going, you need money.
Yes, definitely,
You need finances.
definitely.
At the end of the day, you need money to survive. You need money to get this production, and it's not easy. And it's not cheap.
It's tough when, you know, you have to go knocking on the doors of corporate sponsors and citizens and asking, you know, for assistance in financial assistance in bringing out a production, and you know, you have to actually tell them the importance of theatre in this country and what it can do for youths and adults, because you know, many times we hear people are suffering from some kind of depression, we hear people are suffering from anxiety, we hear people are into their work and want to go somewhere for the weekend and looking for the ideal entertainment package, you know, and this is where we come in. A good theatre in any country in this world, Zelisa, any country in this world, theatre is well respected.
You're correct.
But in Trinidad, I think we are still struggling to put it where it belongs, where people can actually look at it as something, as an alternative to cinema or going to the parties, because not everybody likes the party, you know.
You're correct.
Yeah. So it is, and the authorities are yet to give it its due, I think. Theatre arts.
I honestly think they do need to be able to understand the impact and how it could help the youth especially in terms of getting involved in some sort of extracurricular activity to identify they've got a talent. It's a way of expression. It's getting them grounded.
Yes.
It's getting them involved in something where they themselves, and you know, not just the youth, but do you know we have a lot of people adults who've always had the passion to want to act or to want to be part of something.
Yes.
Even people who are retired, I see even more. Why not get involved in theatre and arts and do something that would, you know, be productive, that would be constructive, that would give them a reason to do something that is positive in their lives.
Yes, you see, the arts, they have a way of balancing you off as an individual.
Yeah.
So when you are into your job throughout the week, you want a balance. You look for something that will make you feel like, you know, you are more than just that boss or that client or that police officer or that, you know, whoever you are. You know, I'm running out of jobs here. You know, whatever you can, who you are, teacher. You want to be more. You want to.
Exactly.
You want to get into the arts.
Yeah.
You know, and Zelisa, art comes from the hands of Ma Saraswati.
Yeah.
In the vena of Ma Saraswati comes art. It comes a sound vibration that is music.
Yeah.
That is song, right? Every word that is spoken, all literature that is written, the first word you say, from the last word you would say, it is all in the hands of Ma Saraswati. And that is, it is the fact that it is, I'm trying to tell you, for those who are non-Hindus, it is a spiritual thing. It is very spiritual, the arts. And therefore, when we get into the art, that is why we feel so good. Because we identify with our soul force. And we become something of so much worth that life is a breeze, because you go to work and you say, okay, I'm working all day, all week, but I have something to look forward to. I'm going to dance class, or I'm going to do yoga, or I'm going to do voicing, or I'm going to sing a song, or I'm going to play a music, I'm going to play music or something.
Yes.
So the arts, Zelisa, is something that this country, we have artists who would consider it a job to teach, and they would get their payments from students who would and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But how much of it does you find the authorities is giving to children who can't afford it?
Correct. What is in place for the youth of our country?
Yes.
What is
In the schools, for example.
Exactly. Or these, it could be part of extracurricular, where you have that taken care of: dancing, playing an instrument,
And
singing,
yes,
or even drama classes to help these children who can't seem to control themselves. It will probably help them. It's a form of expression as
Yes,
well. It's
yes.
a form of helping them to,
yes,
get
channel their
themselves
energies
correct
into the right direction.
area.
Yes.
You're very correct.
Yes.
And it's very sad that in this day and time that we still despite the fact that so many of our sons and daughters in this land would have grown to be giants, but because of not being recognized or respected or given some sort of inspiration, compensation, they had to fly out of Trinidad and Tobago to make a life and to
in
make a
order
way for
to,
themselves.
yes, that's
And
so
it's
true.
sad.
That is so true. Many of
sons
our
and
artists,
daughters, a lot of the young ones who perhaps, and I want to go back to perhaps the Bal Vikas, which you would be aware of.
yes, yes,
And many other organizations that took that upon themselves and helped develop the children within themselves with that system. They couldn't make it in Trinidad, not because they were not talented. They were extremely talented. They are extremely talented, but they had to get out in order to earn an income or living out of it, because you really can't. It's sad when you have local classical singers have to put on a show to recognize the drummers.
yes.
That is sad to me.
It is, and they're so extremely talented, because each drummer would have gone through many years of practice, many years of learning the art before they could hit the stage. And the stage is where you have to be perfect to be on stage.
Correct.
So just could imagine Zelisa, truly years.
Yes.
And they say Trinidad is the mecca of culture.
Yeah.
That's
And
a saying.
I would say that is
I heard that in Jamaica. Yeah, I went there for the Indian Arrival, the program. We performed there, and I heard they say. In fact, the announcer said the mecca of culture in Trinidad, and these artists are coming. But the thing is, this is. Let me tell you why we are mentioning that. If it is in Canada or in the US, they are having a show or an event, and there's a Trinidadian there who is a drummer, a musician, or a singer. Because they are of East Indian origin and all of that, and they are into the music, they would accompany the people from India, so it costs a lot cheaper to take the artists from Trinidad and put them there. So if they are so perfect for that stage in the US and Canada,
I can't pay the people what is due to them.
in Trinidad, I could never be rich out of culture, so to speak. Meaning living comfortably. I mean, living too luxurious. I'm telling you about living comfortably as an artist in this country. How many of us can say that, okay, you've spent 30 years in theater, guess what? The government of the day is appointing you to do lectures in school, or is appointing you to do X, Y, and Z, and you are going to get paid because you are a respected artist.
Correct.
It is not there. So therefore, for me, it's a struggle till when? Till I'm no more. So this is why I say culture is not respected and given its due. Many people like me, many artists like me.
And I would agree. I would stand with you there. We've got to go to a quick break. When we return, we continue our conversation with this charming and charismatic lady. When we talk about talent, when we talk about helping young people to find that that desire that they have within themselves, but more importantly, recognize the talent in those young people
Yes.
and help them and allow it to blossom. That's Sita Prasad. When we return, stay with us.
I think that it has come across like if it is politics sometimes, eh?
Let's go to these messages. So this is the program Hisham, this is the program Conversations with Zelisa. Let's quickly go to these messages, please. When we return, we continue our conversation with Sita Prasad. When we return, let's go to these messages.
Charan's Bookstore. For all your school books, stationery items, uniforms, shoes, board games, toys, and much more. Visit them at any of their 3 branches located at 24 Eastern Main Road, Quezay, San Juan. Telephone number 675-9024 or 675-3607. 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, 663-1884, 663-1476, or 645-3878. Trin City Mall, Trin City. Contact them at 640-3155.
Calm down.
Check out Charan's Bookstore.
Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety. Porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Italy, Spain, India, Brazil and China. Conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Tile Expression Limited. Telephone 693-0015-223 Tile.
Looking for an adventure? Then come to Massa Nature Park. There are scenic spaces for picnics, adults and kids swimming pools, apartments for rent, huts for cooking, liming, and beautiful nature trails for hikes. Business hours 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Conveniently located at Brasso, Grand Couva. Contact us at 777-4531 or 335-0183. Let the fun begin.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Sita Prasad. She is a playwright, executive playwright, and of course journalist. I mean, you're a household name, huh?
Oh my God, I don't know if...
When it comes to arts and culture, she's written numerous, including myself. You did a really beautiful article on me many years ago.
Yes.
And I'm always very appreciative of that. I think these are the things that allow us to understand who we are, perhaps understand that we are appreciated and our work, you know.
Yeah.
And so you're very correct in terms of intervention, in terms of assistance for, you know, help from the authorities. It's much needed, especially where we are at a place where our children are not focused. I mean, we are seeing it in social media, how disenchanted, how hurt because of their outbursts, because of the way they carry on, the profanity that they use, the way they fight, they carry. You know, they need some sort of direction. They need to be grounded. And I think this, as well as sports and other extracurricular activities, could really help our children to be focused and grounded and help them to express themselves. Because the art of acting or singing or music is an expression. Dance is an expression, you know. Yes. And I think it's a good way of channeling that energy in a different way.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so too, you know. When you, who doesn't like a good story? When I go to school, like for example, I taught the Pintasong secondary school for Diwali this year, right? With Chakadullah John Bahadur there in that school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I went across to that school. I was asked to come to teach them for. And you know, they're looking, these children are hungry for something. what is this teacher is going to tell me? So I say, who in for a good story? And you know, they all raised their hand, and I started to tell them the story. I said, you know, there was this demon who was invincible. And I started to tell the story about Mahi Asur and Ma Durga. And Zelisa, let me tell you something. These children are so hungry for a nice story. And if a pin drop, you would have heard it when I was saying this story. And you know, I can be very expressive.
I know,
so
you are very.
I will get up and I will do the Durga and I will be the demon and everything for them. And I'm showing them all of this. I said, this is the play we are going to do for Diwali. They all started clapping. And there, that was the beginning of the play called A Woman Warrior Named Durga in Princeton East Secondary School, played by students.
And you know, I don't think we really understand the bigger picture of the market in terms of other talents, the makeup artist,
Yes,
the person who's doing the costume.
yes,
There's so many other aspects, directing, producing, so much more than when you just, that goes into a play.
Yes.
Because each person has a very important role. A simple thing as making sure that you take that person and transform that person. The makeup has to be
Yes,
right.
yes.
So that when they feel they put on that costume
yes,
and that makeup,
yes.
they are in character.
Right.
It really bring out, I am no longer Shiva, or I am no longer June, or I am no longer,
Yes.
I am
Durga.
Durga Ma.
Yes.
And there is,
that is it,
an
that is it.
excitement within yourself. And that is why there is something for each and every person that could utilize and develop and
Yes.
blossom into being a very lucrative career eventually.
It is, you know, I think it is. I think it is. I think, you know, more should be, this should be put on the front burner in the Ministry of Culture, in the Ministry of Education. I think really the art of theatre arts, which it will include song, music and dance and drama, becoming an actor. Because in Trinidad, who do we have, you know, who do we recognize as actors? We know, at the tip of our tongue we could tell you a good soca star. We could tell you a good chutney artist. But who is a good actor?
Yeah.
You know,
You're very
you would have to think a little bit,
You're
you know,
correct.
and then, you know, you will come up with some names perhaps, you know, from Best Village. But if we could give theatre arts its due, we would have a lot more actors who are making a living out of acting, because theatre arts is a way of sending a message, of convincing a youth to live a good life.
Have you ever, you know, asked for an audience with the relevant authorities, the Ministry of Culture? That's why it's been developed there, to help develop and to help grow and to assist in our culture. Have you been an advocate?
Yeah, definitely. I have written many letters, and I don't know if it ended up in the bin or what, but I
Have you demanded an audience perhaps?
I've never had a phone call. I've never had. It's tough through the years, you know, because remember, Zelisa, I would be seeking financial assistance. I would even be seeking the assistance of people who are professional makeup artists, professional costume designers, and all that.
I am also thinking even with your props, you need to have props.
Yes.
So
yes,
that's
props
even
design.
exactly.
You're providing jobs for so many people,
Many
because
people.
the makeup industry is very big. It's big in this world. You know, makeup and hairstyle is a lucrative business.
It is.
And where theatre, if you push theatre, what you are saying, in other words, is I'm giving to these things that will go for theatre, like makeup, hairstyle, costumes, props design. And because if you have to convince an audience of a play, you have to set the scene.
You have to. You have to have the scene and the
Yes.
mood
Yes.
and the atmosphere all together. You have to make that first impression a lasting one that will keep you like a magnet,
Yes,
wanting
wanting
more.
to come back
That
to
you,
it.
at that point, you don't even want to get off of your seat to go and get popcorn. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, yes,
that
yes,
you're
yes,
there, you're glued.
Yes.
You can't wait for the next move or the next laugh or the next cry, because it's a roller coaster of emotions as
Exactly,
well.
exactly.
But also it's a lesson. it's a story that you're bringing alive.
Yes.
It's a lesson. It's so deep when you really think of plays.
Yes. But because when you
So
tell a
much.
story, when you tell a story, obviously the person who is listening or your audience is waiting for that message. They're actually waiting for that message. And every movie is a story. Every theatre production is a story. It has a beginning, it has a middle, and it has an end.
Correct.
When I went to London, and I went to the London theatre, I went to see Dreamgirls, the remake of Dreamgirls in the theatre. So this girl, I could nearly faint when I see that set open. I say, my God, what if I could see my play like this?
I know, it's amazing when you go and see the Standard. And I've been to many plays. I mean, every time my husband and I would travel, we would try to go see a play, whatever was on at that time. And even in Australia, I would have gone to many plays. So when you see that, even when you go to Disney World and and they've got the plays and the characters, and even you go into the little area where they have little plays like Beauty and the Beast and things like that, you are in awe. You're blown away for the sort of production that you're actually seeing. You're mesmerized, totally mesmerized.
Exactly. Even if we have a party in Trinidad, they have a theme, and the theme would be anything, and people would dress to the theme. People would try to experience what this theme is about. They would try to exploit perhaps in the food and whatever. It could be like an Arabian night or like that. So because the whole idea is these characters can do something to you, can actually do something to you to make you to enjoy life in such a way that you are experiencing. You're experiencing a story from the past. You are experiencing something, a writer's dream, what a writer would have want to see come alive in vision, and you've seen the story unfold before you. So it is.
You're right, and I think people are really putting a lot of money into parties now with all the balloons. I mean, when you go to a party, you ask yourself, but this is like a mini wedding. With the sort of decorations and the way displaying of the food, the theme. My daughter was invited to a birthday party, and I walked in and I said, oh my God. It was a Disney theme, right?
Right.
With the Disney princesses, and they were there all dressed, greeting and meeting with the children.
Yes.
I mean, the entire atmosphere is like, wow. This is what parties are now, modern parties are like.
Yes.
And
it's an experience.
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
You're correct. You're very correct.
Yeah.
And so we come back now to where we started. We make a 360. Why you're here, not just to find out about what's happening in the world of theatre and arts and how we could do so much more to help. But what is important now, you're having this wonderful play on Saturday, the 2nd of December, 6:30, Diwali Nagar. Where do they get tickets?
Tickets are available at Primsings and of course at the door.
At the door.
At the door.
So you could come to the door, be rest assured you'll get in. Lots of drinks, lots of food items on sale. I would suggest you get it before, so you sit down and not have to be, leave to miss out any part of the play.
Yes.
We're going to take a short break. When we return, we're going to talk about this play in detail and why you, your loved ones, your family and friends should have a beautiful evening of entertainment by our local sons and daughters. When we return, stay with us.
The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December. Over 400 merchants, toys, gift items, home decor, perfumes, t-shirt printing, and so much more. Daily live entertainment, fascinating snow show. Take pictures with Santa and check out their Facebook page for more information. The Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from the 1st to the 31st of December. Opening daily from 10 a.m.
Farm India Expo opposite Medford Gas Station, Shogunus will now be closing on December 10th. Enjoy up to 50% of all items. Everything must go. Complete family shopping. Multi-cuisine food court. Your one-stop shop. It's all coming to an end. Farm India Expo closing on December 10th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. including weekends.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Hoover Car Park, Hoover, 98 Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trin-City. Super Quality Supermarket.
Welcome back to the program. Conversations with Zelisa. I'm having a beautiful conversation with a beautiful lady, and that, of course, is Sita Prasad. Sita, welcome back. I want us to talk about the play, Sita Prasad, exciting drama, right? For this year, Ravi's return. Give us a little insight.
Right. So this play placed 5th in the grand finals of the Prime Minister's West Village Trophy competition.
Wow, 5th. Great.
5th. Of course, I thought it would have come first, but anyway, it came 5th.
We understand. Yeah.
So, I think we had our audience spellbound. I think, and it was a crossover the audience, and they really took to the story because it's so ideal in the sense that when you're doing a Trinidadian play, man, any audience in this world will enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because we have that in us. We have a Trinidad beat about us that is unique. It's enjoyable right away on it. Anyway, so coming back to the play, this play is about a mother who is overprotective of her son. She wants the best for her son. So she's a market vendor. So she plants her own products and sells it in the market. So which means many hours in the garden, planting tomatoes, baigan and bodi to sell, to give her son an education. The first opportunity she had, she sent him away to further his studies. So he's in the US, and of course Ravi's return is when he's returning to the village. So he's returning, his return, the play got like a boost when he comes in midway in the play. The beginning of the play.
Who's acting as Ravi?
We have Keshav. He is now doing the role. We have many actors who are studying the role.
Great.
Yes, I have a couple
Brilliant.
students. Yeah. I have a student from Presentation College as
Nice.
well.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've given these students and these actors an opportunity to experience the role.
Nice.
And I will give them the opportunity to do it at some point in time.
Excellent.
As we go along.
Excellent.
But Keshav will be there on Saturday.
Good.
Yes. So Ravi's return, when he got back from the US, his mother is looking at this gem of a son that she brought into this world.
This is her Sonalal, her
Yes,
golden child, right? And
So-
he comes home from America
You
for the
understand?
first time.
Nobody dare touch him or she. So he remembers the girl from next door,
Okay.
and her name is Gayatri.
Yeah.
So we can't give away too much of the play.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So the mother, in the beginning of the play, we see where the mother has a distaste for Gayatri. Every time Gayatri comes by, she said she has a quarrel with her.
Oh,
Please go.
Yeah.
You all have no jandi by your house. You all don't pray. You all don't do. Stay in your corner.
Yeah.
Don't come across.
Leave my child alone. This is my prized possession kind of thing, right?
And Gayatri would tell her, Mausi, when Ravi come back, in case you're looking for a good daughter-in-law, and all hell broke loose. The mother got so furious. She said, no, Gayatri would say, no, Mausi, you are Meena. It's a good neighbor. You could look to me. And she runs off the stage because Mausi was looking for the broom.
Yeah.
The broom handle.
I'm sure it's exciting.
So she leaves the stage, and so with Ravi there from the second half of the play, when Ravi actually comes into the play, it gets really, 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 full of excitement. All the quarrel, then we have the dances, then we have the little fight, we have the little I wanting Gayatri out of the way, and I wanting to leave with my son from here now and go somewhere else to live. And then my son will tell me, Ma, distance will not make a difference.
Yeah. So it has what I gather, there's a little bit of everything, of song, of dance, good laughter.
Good laughter, good comedy.
Good comedy.
And good balance.
Good balance.
Yes. You can't
and
go
a
wrong.
good lesson.
And a good lesson.
A deep lesson.
Yes.
Yeah.
The lesson is from the Shiv Puran.
Yeah.
You know, when Ma Parvati created this child called Ganesha, she
Yeah.
put him to stand guard to her house. And she said to him, don't allow anybody in.
Yeah.
And Shivaji came home, and this child is standing, this warrior that Parvati created, is standing there.
Yeah.
And he said, no, you can't come in. My mother said nobody is to come in.
Yeah.
And then he lost his head by Shivaji's Trishul.
Yes.
And Parvati came out and she said, she saw her son lying on the ground, headless. And she told Shiva, I will burn the whole of the cosmic creation if I don't get back my son.
Yeah.
So is it a slap that her mother is so attached to her son?
Yeah.
Is that a slap we have?
Yeah.
That we are so attached to
That
our son?
attachment, it's true. There's
Yes.
always and I find that in East Indian families. You know?
So you see,
The son
this is the story.
seemed to be, you know what I mean. And I think we should lose that.
I think you know, not only in East Indian families but across the board you find that mothers are really protective of their son in particular. And then there's that famous line in the play that has everybody sitting still and listening. A woman is under the care of her father, and when she gets married she goes under the care of her husband. Under the protection, sorry, not care, protection of her husband. But a son is under the protection of his mother throughout his whole life.
That's a good point. It's very
So that's
true.
a line in the play.
It's a very good line because it's reality. The fact is, your daughter would leave your home and to go to another man's home, which would become her home.
Yes.
And you know, she would create her
Yes.
life there. She would be the Lakshmi there.
Yes.
But your son,
Yes.
your golden son, your Sonalal, whether he get married or you know whatever
Not,
it is,
yes.
he's always under your wings, and that's something that mothers need to realize. You need to let them be,
Yes.
just as you allow your daughter to be.
And
So I
Zelisa,
guess-
you know, the thing is, right, in the play it shows that what is this attachment about? How individuals are attached to people, and how much does that damage does that attachment do? And that is the essence of the play.
Isn't that true? However, Sita, isn't that
When
the-
you are attached, your whole entire life is directed to who and what this person is. And when God gives you the opportunity, you were born alone, to grow alone, to enjoy life alone. You in a relationship, you respect that relationship, but you don't get attached to people because they could hurt you, they could destroy you. By you being attached to them, you looking for that love that does never exist, doesn't exist, but you are looking for that. It exists within you to give, to share, but it is not something that to expect. Come on.
You're correct. I can't argue with you because the fact is, you get into a relationship with someone and you think or hope that this is a person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. This is a person you're going to create a family with. Your dreams will come alive. You'll set down a home. You're investing your life into this person. And somewhere along the line, you have to understand that you have to have room to understand that this person could deceive you. This person could leave you. This person could die. What are you to do then?
Yes.
It's life.
Would you die too?
You can't. You have to live.
You're living, but you're
have
you're
to
living,
pick
but
up
you're
your
not living.
pieces.
You're living.
Even in, it's not just only about a relationship with a person, but sometimes a relationship with a business partner. They could deceive you. They could be
yes.
dishonest.
Yes.
It could be a situation with your co-worker. You lend them $20 and you need, it starts there, that you give your neighbor.
Exactly.
You have to leave him
Whoever
to
you
understand, expect the unexpected.
Why are you expecting this person to be the same way you are? The same amount of love that you pour into this relationship, you think that they are pouring the same amount? Are they just trying to make you happy by making you believe that they are on the same page with you, when actually they are not?
Yeah.
And one day it will snap and you will see their true colors?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
So why are we setting up ourselves? That is the meaning of this play, Ravi's Return. This is the essence of it. Why are we setting up ourselves for the fall?
Yeah.
In life, we always set up ourselves for the fall.
Yeah.
We don't think that, we are individuals. We are making a contribution. We are putting into our relationship. But it boils down to us. In the end, it's all about me. It's all about what I do, what I enjoy.
Yeah.
Who am I in the scheme of things? And that is what the character said.
Yeah.
The mother said to herself in the end.
Yeah.
Who am I in this? Where am I in this? My son will get married and he will live happily ever after. And then where am I in this?
Expect the unexpected.
Exactly. So Ravi's Return is a play that you must see.
It's a must.
It's a
You've
must.
got to come out, get your tickets at Cransing's, all of their locations, which is in Curup and in Chaguanas,
yes.
St. Ives Street.
Yeah.
Also, you know, if you don't have the time to, just remember you could go to the door, get your tickets, but get there early if you want to get your tickets so you get good seat, because you know, you want to see, you don't want to miss out, right? And of course, lots to eat, lots to drink. Get your tickets for anything. It's $150 a ticket.
Yes, which is not bad.
I
yeah?
think
for
that's
theatre.
for theatre. That's excellent.
For theatre, it's not bad.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
Support local artists. Support what is local. Support our sons and daughters. Very often, $150 we spend like that on a piece of a shirt, a pants, a rounds when you go to Lime.
Exactly.
But it's going to be a lovely evening of entertainment with your loved ones. Bring your loved ones. Your family and your friends, tell all your neighbors, ladies, we're having a nice evening, we're going on Saturday, and just relax, take in this lovely play, a production of Sita Prasad, and it's at the center of, it's at Diwali Nagar. What's wrong with me? It's at the Diwali Nagar in Chaguanas at 6:30. Sita, your closing remarks.
Well, theatre is a very strong medium. It's an art form that is very powerful, and it's something that we should lend our support to. And you say, come and see this, but you're getting a dose of entertainment and you're supporting the youth in theatre.
That's what you're doing. It's a win-win in every way. It's an investment you are making to say, not just a beautiful evening for yourself and for your loved ones, of good entertainment, local entertainment that will take away your stress, take away your worries, and give yourself that to say it's going to be a lovely evening. But you're really supporting the sons and daughters of our land. You're telling them, I am supporting you. We are supporting you. We recognize your talent and we are here to support you.
That's it. Song, music, dance, comedy, suspense. You can't go wrong.
And I like that you have here, make it a December to remember.
Make it a December to remember.
It's a nice way of starting your December. It's on the 2nd. It's this Saturday at 6:30 at Diwali Nagar. Get there earlier. Of course, you know the Diwali Nagar, it's safe parking, security. You don't have, I mean, know these are times where it's very, you know, we're scared, we're a little worried, but it's safe and secure parking. Come out with your family, come out with your friends.
Trinidad.
It's in central Trinidad.
Yeah.
Make
Any
it
part
a
of the
lovely
country
evening.
you are from?
Yeah,
it's in central.
It's quite convenient
Yes.
for everybody. I want to take the opportunity to really congratulate you and applaud you for your hard work, your commitment, and what you've been giving to this land. I know that you travel as well extensively, and what is sad, and I'll say this openly, is that other countries regionally, internationally recognize your work and they've applauded you. And I really hope that the right authorities will understand the importance of what you do and what you're doing for our children. And
well, we'll see.
And may God bless you. May that bright light continue to shine in your path.
Thank you, Zelisa.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
I'll see you on
Same to
Saturday.
you.
This is where we're going to wrap things up for today. I want to thank you kindly for choosing us. I want to remind you we have a repeat of the program today on Synergy TV at 3 o'clock. Tell your friends, tell your family members. More importantly, get those tickets at Prem Singh's. There are 2 locations or tickets available at the door. It's happening at Diwali Nagar on Saturday the 2nd, 6:30. See and be there. I also want to remind you, please be good law-abiding citizens. Do what is right at all times. Here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. Thanks for choosing us. Have yourselves an awesome day today. Be safe, be happy. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani.
Beautiful.